Welcome back, everyone. Next up, we have this 54 Bel Air. Absolutely beautiful car. Beautiful car. We're going to be adding some air shocks. I'm going to be making new purchase for the leaf springs for the air shocks, as when it was done last time, it wasn't braced properly, and just over time it broke. So we're going to update it. We're actually going to add some control to it. I've got an air shock controller that I'll use, so y'all will see. But man, this thing's clean. I guess Sid approves. What do you think, Sid? He's checking it now. I'm gonna add some lowering blocks to the rear to get that rear down some more too. Stay tuned. This one, like I said, this one's gonna be fun. It's clean. Got it all tore apart. Went ahead and got the axle, leaf springs, everything taken apart. Then go a little lower with it. The shock mount, air shock bracket broke off. I don't have it here, the customer has it. But here it is. Here's what the piece that broke. The old leaf springs had a two-piece setup, I guess. This car was modified in the 60s, so they did what they had to do. It worked. They made a homemade lowering block and everything, which I'm gonna make a bigger one. Customer wants to go lower. And I made a new, went ahead and drew out, mock-up, and then put it on some thinner material for now. Once I test fit it, one-piece perch, it's gonna go underneath the leaf springs. I have yet to test it. We're gonna do that here in a minute. But this perch, instead of having a two-piece, I'll turn this way with the offset, will be like this, up under there. Like I said, I'll mock it up in a second. The old two pieces just will make it thicker. I've got some 1/4 inch here. Something nice and thick that I'll match and use this. This is my template. I'll do the exact same thing you'll be seeing coming up. So I'll get back on that. I'll set up a camera so y'all can actually watch. I just totally slipped my mind, and like I said, it's real hot out here, real busy. So we'll get back on it. Went ahead and cut the perches, beveled them, welded them. You can see they got a slight angle to them, so it'll give them strength so they won't bend this way. They'll go on the vehicle just like that. Now that we have these made, I'll paint them. And that'll be it for tonight. Tomorrow, I'll use these blocks that won't work because this car has offsets. I could use offset plates, but I don't feel like doing all that. I'm gonna make some new, bigger, taller blocks than these. The leaf springs back then were pretty narrow, so these would stick out pretty wide, and it's just not safe. So I'm gonna make solid ones out of 1/4 inch. But I'll use these for mock-up and see. These were 1 3/4 inch. I'm gonna see if 3 inch will work. If not, then we're gonna test it. Put these together and see about a 4-inch block. That's probably as far as I want to go, as high as I want to go. So we'll do some mock-up tomorrow and decide and figure out what size block we're building, and then go from there. Alright, I'm gonna clean up the shop, sweep up, clean up that mess. Try to keep the shop as clean as possible so it don't build up and it's easier to work in. So, calling it a night. See y'all tomorrow. Hey guys, got figured out the blocks, the 3-inch worked out well. So I went ahead and this is the material we got to make our own block for this vehicle. Like I said before, these leaf springs in 1954 are only a little under 2 inches wide, so regular blocks won't work. So I'm making a custom set. These are going to be 3 1/4 total tall. I already did the mock-up. It'll put the customer down another 1.5 inches lower than he was, and that's what he wants. So we'll get these cleaned up and welded up, and I'll be back. Moving right along. Got the blocks all tacked up. Ready to go. Brush off some of them marks, clean them up a little bit, and it is go time on welding these up. See you back shortly. All right, they're all fully welded up. Ready to go. Letting them cool off. I just put the laser on them. I can still feel the heat from here. Put the laser on them. They were 530 degrees still. Not bad at all. Clean them up, paint them up. I said they're really hot. This goes under the car. You won't even see them, but every weld counts. These ain't going nowhere. Custom one-off blocks for the 54. Got any issues? Got anything custom you want made? Hit me up. I'll take care of you. Hey guys, got the custom perches in, custom blocks in. Gonna do some more mock-up. Now there's the holes for the shocks. Now I'm gonna make some new mounts for the shocks as well while I'm down here. Get this thing low and riding good. All right, now that all that's back up in, we have the rear end lifted up, simulating that the car's on the ground. I went ahead and made a template. This will be for the air shock mount, for it to come down and actually go to the axle. Before, they had this pulled all the way over and down to the 2-piece perch, causing a lot of stress and a lot of unwanted wear. So I'll make some more. I'll actually get some tabs done for these, get 4 of these made, and then tack them on, cycle everything through. If I like it, we'll weld it up, and then it's on to the last piece, putting in the controller for the air shocks from Airlift. I'll get that open and show that to y'all once we get all this figured out. So got to start learning somewhere. I'm getting my plasma table here soon. I'll be ordering it when installation's getting done. I'm ready to order it now, but got to wait on time. So started learning how to use the CAD program. This is my first time using it. You know, here's the template. It's a little rough on this. On the CAD, you can make it a little more straighter, more square. It's all a learning curve. like I said, it just trial and error is the only way to start learning this stuff. It's pretty neat. Let's see, let's go back to the front. And this design, maybe click on that. Let's see. No, not yet. Oh, maybe, hold on. Let's see here. I had it a minute ago where you clicked on it and it showed the actual product when it was all done. Let's try this. The thickness is going to be 1.875. Enter that. Let's do down to manufacturing. And then I believe it'll show you the thickness. Oh, I guess we did it a little wrong. That's a little too thick. Let me see if I remember how. No. Well, let's back up on that and do that again. Hey. That should be 0.1875. That'll be a lot better. Now it won't be so thick. Yeah, there we go. All right, well, I'm gonna take these and get cut now. Like I said, I don't have the table yet. But now I know kind of what I'm doing on this. Get back to the front. Where is it? Oops. Oh, now we need to rotate. Let's get it back to, well, technically that's how it's gonna look, because that's the axle right there, and then that's the tab. This is the air shock mount we were just discussing about. So I'll go get these cut and I'll see y'all shortly. Heading to go cut these parts out. Always in Pete. That daily driver. All right, we're back. Plates are good to go. Just need to clean them up a little bit. Then we'll clean up the axle, where these are gonna go. We'll mock them up, tack them in, and get them welded. And I got everything prepped up. These are ready to go. I can tack them in place. I've already cleaned up the axle on both sides. That bracket just sitting there for now. Like I said, I'm gonna tack them up, and then I'll disassemble and fully weld. There's clearance around everything, plenty of space. I think they came out good for my first design. And then we've got the drop block that I made, the perches I made that are in. I'll pull them back out and disassemble everything in a second to weld up those. Whenever I got the welder out, and I'll go ahead and get those, like I said, tacked up. Then I'll disassemble the shocks. I'll take the rear end apart, let it come down. That way I have more room to weld it up. I've already got the gas tank covered with the fiberglass blanket to protect it. And then once all that's done, I'll paint it, reassemble. And this will all be ready to go. Then we'll start working on the air management system. Got everything welded up and installed, everything torqued down. The blocks in, everything painted. The plates are painted, the blocks are painted. Brackets are painted. Both are in, grade A bolts. Next, we'll run the air management. I'll show you guys that. I'll get it out in a second. And Again, both sides are in. Blocks are tight, secured, torqued. This is the air management we got. It's from Airlift. It's got a little compressor. It's got your gauge with your fill button. And it's got your release. This is for the air shocks. This ties in to where you normally would air up. This will screw into that, and then there's your T. Yeah, it comes with all your power. It's a whole kit. So we're gonna call it a night tonight, and then we'll get this back on this first thing in the morning. Thing's clean. I don't know if y'all have seen it yet. I did a little short video on it. Really clean car. See y'all in the morning. A little wet out today. All the doors are closed. It was extremely hot and it rained, so it's a little cooler. We got the controller, the gauge, all mounted. All I have left is the light for it. It's all ran underneath the carpet, down below. I'll put the back seat back in. I had the back cushion out as well. Gutted the trunk some. All the panels out, that panel out. All I have left to do is mount the brain. Let me grab a light and I'll show you. Wherever I left it. The little Airlift, air shock, compressor and everything. So we got it ran, wire loomed underneath, comes through the back. It'll go here. Spare tire delete. This is where the old spare tire would go, standing up in these old cars. Someone made a board that'll sit right over that, and then we'll put the interior back in, and this thing will be ready to go. All right, we're all done. Got the air shocks aired up at the moment at 120. Before, without me lowering it even more, you'd have a couple inches of clearance before the beauty rings. So let's see how low we can get this. Go ahead and air it down. Take all the air out of it. Let's leave 20 in there. Nah, take it all out. Oh yeah. What beauty ring. Alright guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. I had fun with it. Beautiful car, like I said before. Bring them to me. Clean, old, new, dirty. I'll work on them.